Welcome viewers once again to my channel. Today we're traveling to Cape Coast and I'm walking somewhere around coming from my circle area to get to the STC to pick a car to Cape Coast. Join me, let's go. I am currently walking around the Caterpillar office area, the Mantrack office, Ghana office. I'm gonna go to the STC. That's my most preferred means of traveling to places in Ghana, as a matter of fact. So I'm gonna go there. The STC stands for State Transport Corporation. So I'm currently walking to the yard where the bus loads. I'm told the bus loads from 6, loads one shadow from 6, and then loads also 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to see if I can get the 1 o'clock bus. That will take me to Cape Coast. The bus terminal is directly opposite the Awudome Cemetery here in Accra, just after coming Kuma Circle. So I'm going to go there and see if I can get a bus. That is the STC bus. So that's the Awudome Cemetery. We are crossing the road to the station has become an issue. I'm supposed to cross and then get to the station. The station is on the other side of the road, so now I will need to walk to under the bridge and then cross from under the bridge. There's a new Obechibilamte Circle Bridge, so I need to cross from there. So the station is at the other side, you can see. So I'm going to go to under the bridge and then I will cross to the station. I may not be likely to catch up with the bus, but the bus is supposed to leave at 12:30. That is almost 12:30 that I haven't gotten there. The mistake I made was I should have actually used the other side of the road. So that's a new Obechibilamte Circle here in Accra. So I'm going to go around it and then turn back because they didn't make any provision over there for people to cross to the STC. There you have the Royal House Chapel. On my right, they call it the Oil Dome. It's one of the popular churches here in Accra. One of the largest and popular churches here. We're going to do about 3 hours to get to Cape Coast. But my fear now is whether I'll be able to catch the bus. So I will need to speed up a bit and get the bus. I think it's almost 12:30 and I need to be extra quick to get to the bus station. I didn't want to cross from that side. So this is the newly built Obechibilamte Circle flyover. Which way do I pass? Let me see if I can use the shoulders of the side of the road. I finally crossed the road, and to show you a bit of the flyover, the bridge is over there, the flyover. So now I'm going to cross and head towards the transport yard. So I've successfully crossed and moving on my trip and on my journey. I hope to catch a bus to get to Cape Coast. some artworks here on the flyover. I think that's become the order of the day. What you see there is a Mami truck. Those were the type of vehicles that we used to commute with here in Ghana. We call them, there's a name for it, arrow glass. So that's it. And then the other one is a taxi. So those were the means of transport in Ghana some years back. Maybe as early as 80s. We used to have them as early as 80s, in the 1980s. But now they phase all of them out. So heading towards the State Transport Corporation, STC. I love those type of buses. Let's hope I get a bus to join. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. The system here is not too predictable because I came by public transport and there were delays on the way. But I'm hoping I get a bus. I can see the bus station right from here. So over there is the STC bus terminal. So you can see. So I'm gonna go there to see if I could get a ticket and travel to Cape Coast. So going in. I think from what I check on the internet, it's gonna cost 90 cedis to travel from Accra to Cape Coast by the State Transport Corporation. So I'm gonna go to the ticketing center and then find out if I could get a bus. Look at how I'm sweating. So I don't know, but I'll do my possible best to get a bus and move. It's a whole big station. You have buses moving to various parts of the country from here. So, the terminal. The last time I came here, I think the ticketing center was. The last time I came here, the ticketing center was at the back here. So let me go and check. I love STC because of the professionalism and the type of buses they use for their operations. So I think the ticketing center is supposed to be at the other side. Let me check from here. Let me pause my camera. Let me pass here and see. I got into the ticketing center. I'm gonna get a ticket. Okay, there's nobody here. Oh, the bus is full, so I'll not be able to join the bus. So bad, but I will go to pick a local bus on the roadside and then I move. So I need to go pick a local bus to Cape Coast now. Because I took the African time for granted. I thought it was a GMT type of time, but I got there exactly 5 minutes late and tickets are sold out. So I gotta go pick a local bus at the Kaneshi station. So I'm off to the Kaneshi bus terminal. It's going to take me about some 10 minutes walk. That's what happens when you underestimate professionalism. Like I told you, they are very professional. So on the other side over there is the Bosu Okai. It's a spare parts area known for selling spare parts of all kinds. So if you come to a kayak of Bosu Okai, spare parts. So I'm gradually approaching the Kaneshi bus terminal, which is a local bus terminal. Let's see what happens there. Inside Kaneshi. So I'm at the Kaneshi market. I think the station is ahead of me. So I'm gonna go to the station. Lots of fruits. Sellers here. Mango. I think it's the mango season in Ghana. The mango season. The mango season in Ghana. So lots of mangoes, lots of fruits. So I think I'm approaching the Cape Coast station. At the load here, I think they have this Ford cars here. Let me see if I'm on the right path. Cross to the other side and see the Cape Coast cars around. So over there is the Kaneshi market. This is going to be something else. There's a long queue here as well. Guys, this is crazy. Lots of queue here. So I finally got a local bus. I'll be taking me from here to Cape Coast. Maybe we're going to be there in about 3 hours time. Wasn't easy. I have to queue for close to an hour to get the bus. I think next time I need to book the tickets online. There's the tickets online so I can get a bus to go to. Okay? See you guys. Hello viewers, so I finally got a car like I told you, and we have set off on the journey. This is what I got for not being there on time. I think the best alternative was that I should have taken a boat or Uber to the place, but I thought of also vlogging on the street before I get there, because I know definitely our part of the world you could get there and you still get the bus to go. But to my surprise, I got there and the bus was actually, the tickets were sold out, so I need to get this one. So we're going, but then the screen of the driver's car had some cracks. So I asked the driver why the crack is there, and he said a car just passed over some stone and the stone just flew and then landed on the screen. So he's now going back to Cape Coast to go and fix it. So on the whole, it wasn't his fault, so I was okay with that. But there were lots of construction going on the street, on the road. Lots of construction. But I'm told they are dualizing the road. And I think when they dualize the road, to reduce the distance or the journey by far from Accra to Cape Coast. So we need to make our way through the constructions and all that were going out there. But I think the journey was smooth. The journey is smooth because the driver basically used shortcuts. So right now we just got in front of the other cars. If it wasn't for the driver's fastness, we would still be in the traffic because of the construction. So we used some shortcuts. But the driver also reiterated that usually during Fridays it's better to set off on time. So after 5 o'clock, when people have closed from work and they are traveling, there's going to be a lot of vehicles on the road. So moving on our journey, and you can see people selling at the side of the road. Do you know what they are selling? They are selling onions. These are onion sellers. I'm told they are doing good business here. They've come all the way from Burkina to sell the onions. So a lot of people buying onions in bags, etc. So we finally got to the third part. We left the construction area now, so we're feeling the smoothness of the journey from here. And then we finally got to Winneba. roundabout. Winneba is one of the towns that you're going to meet when you are going to Cape Coast. So we got to the Winneba roundabout, and the road on the right takes you to Agona Strait Road, another town within the central region. So now we are within the central region of Ghana. And I think the left can also take you to the University of Education, then straight forward takes you to Cape Coast. So now we're going to go straight. But talking about the road on the right to Agona Strait Road reminds me of when I was going to secondary school for the first time. We need to use that particular route. Yes, of course. And I think we lost our way. So we exited. Sorry, we exited Winneba. Now we are inside Mankesim. Mankesim translates simply in one of the local parlance in Ghana, one of the local languages in Ghana, big town or large town. So we are in Mankesim now. There was a bit of a hold up here, but it wasn't like first, so we were able to go through. And according to the driver, nowadays the traffic is not that huge here. They've been able to manage to get the traffic down a bit, unlike first. So I think I'm told there's a officer there who is actually ensuring that the traffic moves smoothly. So you can see many vendors on the street side selling anything that you can think of. So we're moving through, we're going through. So now we use the Mankesim roundabout. We're going to turn left and then we go straight. So we have done almost half of the journey, or more than half of the journey. We'll be in Cape Coast very soon. So that's Mankesim. That's a huge town. So Melcom and all that. Beautiful hotels as well in the town. So one beautiful thing about traveling in Africa is that you surely basically see lots of things to buy whilst you drive along the highway. This very road is a bit busy. It's an international road linking Accra through Winneba, Mankesim, Cape Coast, and to Takrady, and as well to Ivory Coast. So we find a lot of people. When we got to Infantman, one of the secondary schools in the central region, some students had to get down, so I got down as well. So I have to get down and then take some fresh air. From here, the journey was so smooth. There wasn't any lots of cars here as well. So the journey was so smooth, as you can see. And then finally we got to a hold up again. And then we continued. So we're still on our journey. In fact, I was always praying we'll get to Cape Coast on time, because I need to get to Cape Coast before the weather becomes dark, or before evening time. So I was lucky enough, I had a good driver who could dodge or swerve the traffic and use some shortcuts to get to where we are now. So we've left a lot of cars behind us, so moving straight deep, heading towards Cape Coast. But there's one thing that I saw on the street. There's a particular popular food that is being sold on this particular stretch of the journey, that is from Accra to Cape Coast. There's a place called Yamaransa, and they sell a particular food called Fanti Kinki, which is made up from condo that is basically molded into a form of, let's say, in a form of like a log-like form, and then wrapped with plantain leaves and then boiled for some time. And usually goes with pepper sauce with fried fish. You can also do it with chicken. So but one thing is that when I realized that they have branded their tables. Unlike first, they were just selling it but now you can see all the tables are branded. So maybe if you buy from Auntie Akosua or you buy from God is Love, and we're coming back, you want to buy from the same, and it tastes good, you're going to buy it from the same person as well. So I think they've tried branding their tables. So that was what I was talking about, the food I was talking about. Normally packaged in a blue, bag, and it's very iconic along the road. Most vehicles stop by, and people do buy them as well. So we gradually getting to the end of the journey, hitting Cape Coast gradually. But I must say, I'm happy that I got this driver who finally brought us into Cape Coast. So we are entering Cape Coast. We are on the outskirts of Cape Coast now. And everybody in the car was very happy because the journey was very smooth. The driver took his time to drive very carefully. I was thinking he's going to be the type that's going to be overtaken, but great. So we find ourselves in Cape Coast right now.